Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Asia Stupart, and I am the MEFA Pathway Program Coordinator. Today, we will be talking about MEFA Pathway's internship feature and how that can be applied to work-based learning programs. MEFA Pathway is a free and interactive platform for students in grades 6 through 12 to help them plan for post-secondary success. To start, I'm on the mefapathway.org website here. I am going to click on I am a student. And here we are brought to the student login page. For first-time users, students can select register here, and it will bring students to two registration pages. They'll want to put in their first name, last name, the city or town their school is in, and the school that they go to. And then they'll also want to select and answer a variety of security questions. Since I already have an account, I'm going to log in with my username and password. I'm going to log in. And here we are brought to the student dashboard. The dashboard shows students what grade level that they're in, their progress bar over here, and they can also see a variety of tasks and actions that they can take to help them stay on track. They can update their profile, create a resume, review their course plan, and just continue doing a variety of actions to really help them stay on track. On the dashboard, we also have a video series that we did prior to COVID, where we interviewed students across the Commonwealth that were utilizing MEFA Pathway, and we were asking them, how has MEFA Pathway helped you plan and prepare for college? We also have a featured scholarship listed on the dashboard, so students can view a scholarship, the amount, the deadline, the details, as well as click the Learn More button to view more information about this scholarship. Now, the great thing about MEFA Pathway is that it's colorful, it's easy, it's interactive, it's free, but it's really geared for every student in mind. At the top of the page, we see navigation. We see discover careers, build a career plan, colleges, so on and so forth. But for this particular webinar, since we're going to be talking about internships, I'm just going to click on Discover Careers. And here we see the internship button right here. I'm going to click on Internship. Now, internships are a great way for students to get experience at a job or a company, whether it's a paid internship or an unpaid internship. Internships are a really great way for students to get working experience. When I was a student, I had a variety of internships as well, and they really provide you, the student you're working with the ability to see inside a company culture, provide them the ability to work on a variety of projects, whether it's in a hospital or in a clinic or at a library. There's no internship that is too big or too small, and these are really valuable experiences for students. And work-based learning, internships is an example of that. And work-based learning is a great way of connecting the classroom to the real world. And students are able to apply what they're learning in school to their internship. On the MEFA Pathway internships page, we have a variety of internships that are updated by the MEFA Pathway team. Students can filter their search for internships by category, as well as filter. Internships that are currently listed, students are able to view a description about the internship opportunity, as well as click on the Read More button that will take them directly to the page of more information rather, about the internship. Students are encouraged to apply for the internship on the listing for the internship. And if you have any questions as I'm going through this webinar, please feel free to put them in the chat button, in the chat box rather, and I'll be sure to address the questions at the end. This webinar is also being recorded, so if you don't get a chance to ask a question and think of it later, I'll be able to provide a link to this webinar at the end, and you'll be able to follow up with us if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. So these are our internships. And at the bottom of the page, we also provide a link of resources for additional internship opportunities here at the bottom. Now, let's say that you are working with a student that has an internship and they're thinking, where do I put my internship opportunity to showcase what I interned or where I interned? So I'm going to click on Create Profile and then Profile Details. Now, the profile, my profile rather, it serves as a blueprint for both a resume and a digital portfolio. Students have the option to either put their internship experience, they can put it under activities, they can select Add New, they can select under type of activity, they can put internship. Right here, they can select the grade involved, where they were involved in the summer, school year, both, the position, description, and they can hit save. It's really important that if a student is adding anything here to the profile details, that they hit save, because then if they add something and don't hit save, they'll lose what they just attempted to add. The next section that students can add internship opportunities are under employment. Typically, internships are considered employment. So if you're working with a student, it might make more sense for them to put their internship opportunity under employment. But again, there's multiple places for them to put that internship anywhere. When I was in school, I put my internship opportunity under employment. But again, if you're working with a student, it's okay if they think it might make sense for them to put it under activities. There's really, a variety of places for them. So under employment, I'm going to click Add New just to show you an example of what that could look like. So I'm going to put in my Bright Horizons. I'm going to put in my address just to show an example of what that will look like. I'm putting in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to put in my zip code. And then students will want to put in the start date of their internship. So for example, if they started in the summer, they want to put that. And then typically some internships, they can last for a couple of months. Some of them can last during the summer, some can last during the entire school year. It all depends on the internship opportunity that the student has and their start date. And typically, student will be able to find their start date and end date and how long the internship will last in the description of the internship opportunity. So I'm going to put in my end date. So I worked, for example, in the summer. And then I'll put in 2021. And then students will want to put in the position that they held. So for example, let's say they can say teacher aide. And then students will want to put in a description of the duties that they had during the internship. So you can say, for example, Now, it's really important that if a student has completed an internship and let's say they put in their start date as months that have already passed, when they are talking about their description of duties, if they have already completed that internship, then you want to encourage the student to put their duties in past tense. If the student is still working at that internship, then their duties will be in present tense. So the descriptions here I list assisted in monitoring classroom and created activities for students. These are all in past tense because I have already completed this internship. Next, I'm going to want to put in how often I participated in this internship. How long was I interned there for? So I'm going to put in 20 hours. We can put in 20 hours, we can put in 10 hours, however many hours the student has worked at that internship, they can put that in. And I'm going to put in summer because I put in based off of my start and end date, I was only involved at that internship for the summer. And then I'm going to hit save. And we can see that the internship that I just added is listed right here. Next, the thing that we want to think about is where ultimately will this opportunity that a student has interned at, where will it show up? And I like to hover over to the resume builder, because the great thing about the profile is that anything a student adds in the profile, it shows up on the digital portfolio as well as in the resume. Students can come to the resume builder. They can create a resume. They can add in an objective, and they can also customize anything that they would like or would not want to include on their resume. And the great thing about this also is that there's no limit as to the number of resumes that a student that you're working with can create. I've created a dozen at this point. So if your student has a variety of resumes, that's okay. Here we can see our employment information that we added. So we added the teacher aide internship. We also can see our honors and awards, activities, our skills, certifications, and education. And I'm going to add in just an objective just to see what it will look like on the final resume. So I just put in a sentence that I'm a hardworking student passionate about engineering. If you are working with a student on the resume, it's really important that their objective is the first sort of sentence that explains how the student might be a good fit for their internship. And resumes are great because a student can create a resume for an internship, for a job, for an apprenticeship. There's a variety of reasons why a student can create a resume, and an internship is one of them. So I have my objectives. I'm going to hit save right here. I'm going to put in my save. And now I'm going to select view saved resumes. Students can view all the resumes that they've saved, and they can select edit, they can view, and they can delete any resume here. So I'm going to view this particular resume here. So this is the final resume that I have created. We can see that my objective is here, the employment information is here, my internship is listed here, my education, and so on and so forth. Students can also view their resume in two styles, classic or modern. Modern. And then students can download their resume as a PDF or a Word document. Now, let's say that your student wants to be able to edit the resume. They can select Edit this resume button here. They can also start a new resume as well by selecting Start a New Resume. Now, let's say your student wants to take it a step further and has already created their resume and wants to look at career options. And I think that's a great component of work-based learning. So we have a resume, the student has completed an internship. Now they want to connect their internship to potential career opportunities. So I'm going to select Discover Careers at the top right here. And here we have a variety of options. I'm going to select the career search. Students can filter their search by education level, by category, interest, values, and they can also select a variety of career cards to learn more about a particular career or see careers related to that category. Students can also select or search for careers by keyword. So as an example, let's say that you are working with a student who has completed an internship in education or training, and they're curious about the kinds of careers that relate to education and training. The student can select education and training from the career category, and then they will be able to view a variety of careers that relate to that particular career. And the nice thing also about MEFA Pathway is that it's very interactive and easy to use, and it's really built with students in mind. So for example, as students are searching for careers, they will be able to find internships that relate to that career category. And if they find a career that is of interest to them, they can just select on the career, and they will view the career card, information about the career. They'll be able to view a video about the career, description and activities, as well as see more information about this particular career path. Last but not least, under Discover Careers, as it relates to work-based learning, is the Investigate Your Future feature. And these are 4 brand new features that have been added to MEFA Pathway, and they're just so much fun. The first activity is Now Trending. This will allow students that you're working with to view top trending skills and occupations in today's market and the companies that are hiring. The next activity is Looking Ahead. This will allow students to explore career, current in-demand activities and opportunities. Then we have Popular Places. This will allow students to view, jobs that are currently in high demand, as well as popular places that are in need of a variety of jobs and skills. Lastly, we have the career path. This will allow students to view the career path to a desired career in mind. I'm going to show you an example of Now Trending. There we go. And students can filter by location. So I will put in Massachusetts. And then they can also filter by career category. So for example, I'll put in clerical and administrative. And under careers, students can search for jobs on LinkedIn. They can see the career path, and they can also heart the job and add it to their career list. Under skills, they can view jobs that relate to these kinds of skills. and they also have technology skills. And then last but not least, students can see companies that are hiring. And when students utilize the Investigate Your Future features, when they select the magnifying glass, it will take them to LinkedIn, and it will encourage students to either sign in into their LinkedIn account or create an account if they do not already have one. And LinkedIn is a great resource as well to showcase internships as well as volunteering experience, anything to really start to build out that resume for students. It's a great way for them to do that there. And then I'll show one more Investigate Your Future function, popular places. Give it a minute to load. So here, students can view a career category, and they can also view an occupation. So for example, I'm going to put it again, clerical and administrative. And for my occupation, I have all clerical and administrative occupations. I can see that based off of the map, this guide, color guide, shows the student, just the concentration of jobs. So we can see that red means that there are jobs available that are greater than 10,000. Blue is less than 2,500. Green is between 2,500 and 5,000 jobs, and orange is between 5,000 and 10,000 jobs. All of the data that is provided in the Investigate Your Future features are provided by Burning Glass Technologies. And this is a really nice way to see visually where is across the US the jobs that are in demand. You can select on Massachusetts and view these jobs. You can select the career card. Select another state. And this is just, it's really exciting that MEFA Pathway is a great tool for students to use. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. I appreciate the time and willingness to join me on this webinar. And I hope that you all have a great day. I will be sending out a recording link to this webinar, so be sure to look out for that. And I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.